I guess we're on, huh? Hello, everybody. Damn it, he did it again to me. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. My name is Dave Juskow. So nice to be here with you. I am here with the great Mike Suarez, and it is Tuesday, February 20 on 2024, and we are live at the Comedy Cellar, above the Comedy Cellar, and in our podcast cozy studios here on a very cold day in New York City. We're here to, of course, promote the Comedy Cellar, the great Comedy Cellar, what is the great Comedy Cellar, and it's, oh, good, I have the live chat going. Everything is cool. Hello, Ange. Hello, Scruffy Bones. Nice to see everybody. Last week I had a problem. This is great. Everything's going according to plan. If, for some reason, you were to come down to, good evening, Ange, if you were to come down to the Comedy Cellar today on McDougal Street in the West Village, you'd be able to see the great Matt Richards, who did some unbelievable magic for me, as some of you may know, on my birthday. It was so incredible. So he's also a great comic and a magician. And Adrienne Iapolucci, who is a friend of the show, and I haven't seen her performing here in a long time. So a major treat if you can get down here tonight, if for some reason you happen to be in the West Village in New York City. If not, you can also go to our Las Vegas room, where the great Mark Coco Cohen will be, and that's always a good show as well. As Vegas was the hot spot last week, I'm sure the Comedy Cellar was hopping. Hello, Anonymous. Hello, Marcy. Nice to everybody. Hello, Jules. I haven't seen you in a long time. Nice to see everybody. So let me introduce our guest that we are in studio today. I just met him 2 weeks ago. And, we hit it off because obviously he's cool. He's really cool. He's cool looking. He's cool. Everything about him's cool. And he was kind enough to talk to me. So please welcome Harmon Leon, everybody.
Hey,
hello.
Good to be here.
Yeah, make sure you talk into the mic so we can
Thank
hear
you for the
word.
plug. Yes, 2 weeks ago we met and we drank in a ferry terminal bar.
That's right.
Which turned out to be better than we thought.
I know. I've been telling everybody about the Weehawken Ferry Terminal.
Yes.
Which had the greatest bar. This is who I went with, everybody. So I was talking about it all week.
It should be a destination.
I'm making it a destination. I'm telling people when they come to town, I'm going to take you to the Weehawken Ferry Terminal. Don't worry about it.
It doesn't sound like a cellar at first.
I know.
It's
hello, Aunt Judy. Hello, Luke. It's it was the greatest place. It's hard to it's impossible to explain. It's impossible to explain unless you're there, right? It's impossible.
It's like a parallel universe in New Jersey.
It is, right? So when we first got there, when you take the ferry, you're like, what is this hopping bar? But then when we got there at 12:30 at night, we definitely didn't expect it to be hopping. But when I took that video of it and I showed it on my regular podcast, it was like, all right, it doesn't look hopping, but technically the video I took didn't make it look hopping. But we were there and we know it was with live music.
Well, I don't know if this is a reflection on the fine Weehawken, but I think that might have been the place that's hopping.
Right.
Nothing
for Weehawken. Right, exactly. It's the strangest thing.
The ferry terminal bar.
Anyway,
but, I'm not disparaging it because it was a ferry terminal bar.
It's an unbelievable find that over the summer could be the greatest place of all time because the view is
don't get me started about the view.
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the New York City skyline, it's a dream. But you don't want to live there, but seeing it, because when you live in Manhattan, you don't get to see the skyline.
I know. I live in Brooklyn. We get to
see the skyline.
Yeah.
Do you actually get to see the skyline from your apartment or house?
Well, funny you ask. I used to be able to see the Chrysler building right from my bedroom window until
built something.
They built a prefab hipster.
Don't even get me started with that. This is driving me crazy. That's what happened in my neighborhood. I was able to see the Silver Cup Studio sign, which was like a dream. That's why I almost got to think from the movie Highlander. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. So I was like,
Christopher Lambert.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I was so excited that I could see the scene from Highlander, the end scene from Highlander, right from my bedroom. I could prop up my pillows and see that stupid thing. And then they built a big thing on Roosevelt Island, and now I can no longer see it.
I know a guy in Williamsburg. He bought like a condo right on the river, like about 10 years ago, and then about 6 years ago, they built a condo right in front of his view.
It's
Kinda
frustrating.
deflates the value.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's, I mean, people complain about that kind of stuff all the time. You spend a lot of money to get that view, and then they just take it away from you. Anyway, I want to tell you about Harmon. He is not just an accomplished author. I'm talking about he's got 8 books and probably more coming. He's also a journalist and a storyteller. In fact, this Friday, the 3 days, you're going to be at the KGB Red Room. And no?
Yes,
it looked like you were about to say, no, you got it all wrong.
I'm agreeing. I'm building up the excitement with your enthusiasm.
It's a storytelling show called Tale. It is the KGB Red Room. The only reason I don't like that room is because I think I told you some girl did a play about me there. That has nothing to do with you.
What was the play called? Was it
I remember
like a Beckett,
completely.
one
it was
word
called
play? Like
HELL hockey sticks or something.
Really?
It was called.
Go ahead, Mike. Say it, because I'm going to tell you. Did you know what the play was about?
Oh no! I mean, it's up on the picture already.
Oh, old man yells at cloud. That's me.
Ah.
No, this was the best. I can't. Have I never told this story before?
I haven't heard this story.
Some girl
maybe I have.
Date
go ahead.
many years ago. It was actually Sarah Silverman's roommate,
and
we used to go out, and it's the best because she wrote this play and it was about me, and I didn't know at the time, and then it was like the curtains open and at this bar that I used to own, like it was right out of this Frasier episode where Diane comes back and is doing a play, and the curtains open and it's the Cheers bar, and Frasier's like, "Oh, come on." And so the guy playing me, they put powder in his hair because he was young, and he was a flaming homosexual. He was like, "Hey, everybody, it's me, Dave Juska," which she used my name, but it was. I'm like, what is that? What?
And it's Dave Juska.
Right.
Were you positive the play was about you?
Yes, she made it.
Is that how you walk into plays going? This is about
I'm
me
with you
again.
100%. I'm with you 100%. But she said, "I'm writing a play about you. You need to come see it." Then, before I came to see it, the guy who was playing me kept following me around at a party one night. He's like, I almost got Dave Juska down.
Marlon Brando on you.
Yeah. And he was such a dick. And then he was like, people were like, "Is he gay?" I don't know. And I'm like, oh, God, this place sucks. And then I left. And I walked out, and she goes, "Well, that sucked." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she didn't talk to me for 2 years. And then I saw Sarah, and I go, "Hey, have you talked to that girl?" I won't mention her name, even though I'm sure she wouldn't give a shit.
You probably just Google it and find out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And she goes, "No." I was like, "She hasn't called me in a while." She goes, "Oh, maybe it's because you told her play sucked." And I'm like, "No, I didn't." And she goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Did she ever tell you what that play was about?" "No." You see, she left out a bunch of stuff, and then I told her the thing. She goes, "Oh, yeah, maybe she left that out." And I'm like, and I didn't say so. She said it sucked, and I just kind of agreed, but to be polite. So anyway, that was at that KGB Red Room.
KGB Red Room.
Which is a delightful room.
Just added to the bill, emailed me this afternoon. One DC Benny is going to be on this Friday.
DC Benny is one of the greatest storytellers.
I would say, definitely top 5.
Almost invented storytelling in Manhattan.
Yes.
No offense to you.
No, I came later. I moved
you're younger.
10 years ago. So,
and I've known DC for a really long time, and he's a delight. I've used him in a bunch of shows for years. Also, I saw you had Liz Maley on the show. She's a friend of this show. Liz Maley.
Yep. Adam Wade.
I don't know him.
He's another one of these New York storytelling troopers.
Yeah, but that's
top of the game.
Who else is on the show this week?
Myself.
Right.
And we have Vernon Payne, another comedian.
That's not an
Lucas
actual name,
Conley,
but you can tell us
another
who's really
comedian.
on the show. It's all right. Vermin. The guy's name is
Vernon. I didn't say
Vernon.
Okay. I mumble my words. But I talk directly into the microphone when I do it. The mumbling of the words.
Yeah, so it's a storytelling show. I'm going to be on it at the end of May, and it just sounds like a blast, and it sounds like first of all, let me tell you about Harmon. It's one of those things, like, because we do comedy here, stand-up comedy.
We do the comedy.
But and when we met at this show, it was, I guess she was a mix of show, and I go, well, I got this guy's a storyteller, Susie Felber, of course.
Give her a plug.
Yeah, because Susie's great, and she's doing stuff with this yield triple in thing, but we'll tell you about that another time. But she has a show in Weehawken that she's trying to put together and have. She likes the variety show. She has music, she has storytelling, she has comedy. I like that. But it's funny when somebody says, "Oh, we have a storyteller," and then you meet you, and you're like, "Oh, Jesus Christ, where's this going?" And then,
sorry, was that your opinion first? Where's this? Which is
Yeah, I guess
fine
probably.
because we bonded later. At
I know.
Terminal
Well, that's because
bar.
your story was incredible and you're really good at it. But many times, we saw the cast of characters that came out there. I mean,
yeah, there's always like
that
if you watch
musician was like strumming 2 chords, and she's like, "Oh, he's fantastic." I'm like, I don't know. I think I could play that. So I wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure. But your story was phenomenal, and your storytelling technique is phenomenal. It's like somebody can tell their storyteller, but then not only was your technique good, where it draws you in from the very beginning, but then the punchline and building up to the ending was great, and it was the right length. Everything about it was fantastic. And then I had a great fondness for you, and I'm like, oh, I'd like to meet him and talk to him.
Well, like the Moth. Have you ever seen like the Moth kind of gives storytelling a bad name because?
Do they? Are they known for giving it a bad name? I didn't know. I know about them. But
okay, here's the ending to every story you hear at the Moth, and that's when I realized that I wasn't teaching the kids. The kids were really teaching me.
Yipes.
It's always that, oh, you twisted it.
Yeah, no, that's nice. That's
or it opens like this. It's September 2007. I am working in an office. A lot of declarative sentences.
That's awful. That sounds like the way I would open, but as a joke, the way Sophia used to open in Golden Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Picture it.
Yeah.
Sicily, 1912.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. So what was the one that DC Benny founded?
I don't know, but he told me about that early on, and I forgot. I think he had like everyone on, that was coming up at the time, like Bill Burr and people.
Yeah. No, I know, but it wasn't the Moth. It was.
No.
That's what I was asking.
Not. No.
I thought for some reason it was the Moth, but it's not.
No. That's its own beast.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I remember he founded one a long time ago when no one was doing that.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. But yeah, so if you want to go see the show, it's this Friday at 7
o'clock.
And the Red Room is in a really cool location on 4th Street and 2nd Avenue.
Yeah, it's above the KGB bar. That's
right.
Yeah, people usually go, where is it? And
no, I've had a lot of weird times in that bar.
The KGB bar?
Yeah, it's been cool, but I've spent a lot of late nights and a lot of crazy people there. I don't, like I've been there for like New Year's Eve and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like that. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in a booth.
Everybody fell asleep that night.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
When did you wake up? Like that's a very whip van.
Now I want to say this is 2007, but because your story you just
and
told,
then you woke up in 2022.
And I realized I was learning. They were teaching me.
Beard. And, yeah. There you go. All right.
No, it's I don't know. I mean, that place is really interesting and fun. It's the perfect place. I like.
Yeah. It's very iconic, and it's like very
it totally is.
Lower East Side bars that have retained its original.
I can't believe it's still open. I actually thought COVID would have destroyed that place, and the fact that it's still called KGB.
Well, the Crane Theater closed sadly, which is on the first floor. But yeah.
Oh, right. No, I've never been. I've only been to the KGB, the Red Room, I think it's called, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the bar on the 2nd floor, and then your thing is on the 3rd floor,
third
right?
Floor. Keep going.
Yeah, I like it there.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool, nice little theater. How many seats does that hold?
It holds about like 60.
It's a 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right. It's not a 99-seat theater. It's just
I mean, no, it's not like no longer a black box theater. It's now like just like a bar, but with like usually their main entertainment's jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, you have like a disdain for jazz. Oh,
no, I just
art
didn't.
Form?
No, it's funny because I've been looking for a place
to
see jazz recently, and I didn't know where to go.
Yeah, it's a good place for jazz.
Oh, and there's a bar, like you can go to the bar while the show's going on, or it's just a theater.
What? You can go to the bar.
Well, no, you said it's kind of a bar now, so I wasn't sure because before it was just a theater. You have like
but I think that was like probably about 10 years ago, maybe.
Oh well, like I said, I hadn't been.
Because I've been running till there.
The story I was telling might have been 15 to 20 years.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, got it. But yeah,
that girl might be dead by now. I think she lives where I teach, which is really even weird. And then but yeah, how did you get into journalism?
Good point. So I started like after college, and I was really into like immersive journalism. I was always in, well, obviously it's like boring to say like Hunter S. Thompson, that style where, which even goes farther back to like Kurt Vonnegut, inserting yourself into the story, not, for that sake. So I like that. But then I also like documentarians like Louis Theroux and that kind of immersive journalism. So the very first journalism story I wrote, I went out and I got a job at Jack in the Box, which I don't think they have out here.
No, they don't. I love Jack in the Box. They used to have them when I was in junior high or first year high school, and then they got rid of them all on the East Coast. The closest one
So
is
this
in
was
North
I was living in
Carolina.
San Francisco.
I know all of them because I worship the tacos.
Yeah. So, anyways, the first story I wrote was I got a job at a fast food restaurant. We'll just say that to not confuse Jack in the Box.
No, everybody knows what Jack in the Box.
But with the sole intent of getting hired and fired within 3 hours under a set of criteria that I proposed.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah. So,
and that's how you started for journalism purposes. You did.
Yeah.
That's
so then
cool.
from there, it was just like immersing myself into like hate groups and the Westboro Baptist Church.
Wow.
Getting on reality TV shows as characters and, just off the anything horrible out there as a group, I've probably infiltrated.
It's funny. I think we're similar. I wanted to be a journalist too. I told you, I think I used to work for Max Magazine and stuff. But
did you? I don't think you did, but I've written for them as well.
So, but I never wanted to do what you did. I like to be a little bit in the back, but I couldn't go as far as you did. That always made me nervous. But I have been on TV being characters on shows, pretending to be characters on shows.
Tell me more about that.
I was on the Morton Downey show. It's on YouTube, I think. I was pretending to be a
did you infiltrate the show?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I've done that. That kind of thing. Isn't that fun?
This is before you were born.
Yeah.
It was when the 80s, when they didn't have a lot of security. It's fun, but I don't love it as much as you do. I get very nervous. And the reason why I get nervous is because I feel like I make friends there. And then I feel like I'm a dick because, I'm actually not who I'm saying I am.
What characters would you be like on the show?
Well, for one time I played not a tattoo artist, not somebody who doesn't make permanent tattoos, and I was speaking out. What would you call like a painting or a body painting artist?
Okay, yeah.
And I was speaking out against tattoos, but there was all these bikers there, so I was getting very nervous. And then the second time, as a slasher film director.
What was the name of your film?
Splatter Girls.
See, that's...
So I filmed some of the film, and then I brought it to them, and they aired it on the show.
Oh, that's...
then I got all these calls from these magazines, like Fangoria and stuff, that said, we'd really like to see the film. And I'm like, excuse me?
Uh-oh.
And then I felt like a dick because they were all so nice and friendly. And the worst part is I wish I'd made the film. If they had made that film in 1989...
Well, you could have got financing.
I could have totally done that. Yeah, I could have gotten the financing. I just didn't know how it worked.
Yeah.
I was confused and young. Yeah. And I probably should have made that movie. Would have been like a cult classic in the 80s. It would have been just as good
you would
as
have had
The Toxic Avenger or anything. Yeah, it was just the movies I saw back then that they were showing me of the people I met there would have been just as good as this one.
Yeah, see, when I infiltrate, I think that's part of the fun is like creating the backstory.
Right.
And then if you have to prove yourself to get on the show, the creation of that, like I infiltrated like one of those court TV shows, and it was like, there was something involving a bachelor party, and they're like, "Can you send us like photos from the bachelor party?" So
made them
so then you have the photo session just for the sole sake of just sending them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Rachel Feinstein just posted me and her did the Jerry Springer court show last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I sued
Jerry
Mike
Springer
Bichetti.
had a court TV show?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he had a court Judge Jerry. It was called. And me and this guy Mike Bichetti, I sued Mike Bichetti, and my friend Rachel was talking against me.
Yeah.
It's really funny and not funny at the same time. But yeah, so I guess I'm still doing that stuff.
Guess. I mean, I find it so fun. Like I think my biggest accomplishment, and not a big show, but it was a show called Lie Detector, where they hook you up to a lie detector to prove that you've been telling the truth in a situation you've been wronged. And they had like the guy doing this test was Dr. Ed Gelb, who he was like did like the John Benet Ramsey case, and now he's
Oh.
on like True TV or where the hell it was on. So then I made up this backstory that no, the ad was like something like have you been in prison and are now on parole? And so I answered back, yeah, I've been in prison and now I'm on parole. And it's like, great, we want you on your show, Lie Detector, to prove that, you know, you've been telling the truth in a situation where you've been wronged. And, you know, so again, they just like, oh, great. Okay, what do I need to do? He's just like, send us your police arrest report.
Oh, no.
So then I went to smokinggun.com and I downloaded like Courtney Love's arrest report for like assault with a flashlight mixed with like David Crosby's arrest report for guns and weapons and drugs. And then I combined it together in Photoshop and sent it off to him. Think I'll never hear from him again. It's like, great, we want to fly you to LA. Here's a packet of money when you get off the plane.
They don't do a lot of research.
Yeah. I ended up beating the lie detector.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So again, it's like you have the backstory.
We could
of
find that show.
Yeah, because I'll send you the link.
Oh, no,
it's on my YouTube page as well.
Now, Mike, that's something we got to see immediately. But how did you get into producing? Is that how you got into producing? Because you produced a couple TV shows, right? If the story you told, I don't want to blow it.
Documentaries.
If that's it. No, but what about that one you told at the Weehawken one? I don't
okay. Should I set that one up or should you?
I think you should. It's man, I would only spoil the ending.
No, so I didn't produce that. I was an actor in that.
Oh, I thought you were the producer.
It was this ad on Craigslist. It said like looking for actors for, a celebrity reality prank show. And it's like, it doesn't mention it. And then they hire me. And like on the first day of production, they just go, okay, you ready for who it is? Had to sign like an NDA. And it's like, okay, who's this going to be? Is it going to be like one of the Hilton sisters we don't know about, or Vanilla Ice or somebody like that? Like my bar was already kind of very low. And they go, okay, ready? It's O.J. Simpson.
Mike, you believe that?
And this was like in between murder case and prison O.J. Simpson. So it's still kind of shocking.
It's called Juiced, right?
Juiced, yeah. So it was like in that time of
it sounds that's impossible, but it was real because I kind of remember it.
I worked on it for 2 weeks. 2 weeks of me and so I was like his funny little sidekick.
Oh my god!
Like hey,
how was everybody around him? Were they terrified? I mean,
yeah, that's what you think. But OJ's kind of a people pleaser.
Well,
like,
that's
he'll walk
for sure.
In the room
He definitely
and it's like,
is.
Hey, hi, shake everyone's hand, and then you go, oh, he's not so bad.
Oh my god!
And then, yeah, but just crazy scenario.
Did that ever air?
Yeah, it aired like on DirecTV, like pay-per-view, and then it went like straight to DVD market.
How could that have happened? Why would they think that's a good plan?
Well, if you had to go like, okay, who's going to be sitting in their own personal space in hell together? It would be OJ and the producer of the show, who was also the man who brought the world bum fights and backyard wrestling.
Oh my!
Yeah, this is extreme, man. We're getting OJ to pull some pranks.
I thought for some reason you produced that show.
No, gosh. No.
Well, it would be the ultimate gag if you could have worked that out and gotten OJ. Well, I mean, this producer did, but I mean, I could see you pranking the prank show.
Yeah. like OJ first, he like lost interest within like day 2 of the production. He was like, we're pulling pranks on a golf course, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna go and hit a few rounds. I'll see you guys in a couple hours.
Oh.
It's like we're like a crew getting like,
so the people that were
something.
being pranked,
and
they were being pranked by OJ, and they know who he is. Were they terrified, or the people that are getting pranked that aren't working on the show? I mean,
that's what you think. I thought there would be like crying or just
there
screaming. No, just people are just thrilled to meet OJ.
Really?
Yeah, because first of all, he's the most famous person they'll ever meet in their life, right?
Yeah.
And people like two people
after he killed him and got away with it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, and again, like I talked about in my story, is like the gags were kind of not really thought out. It was like something happens and then OJ pops out. It's like that was the gag. It's like, oh my god, it's the guy who killed people.
Now I need to see that show. There's so much I have to watch now. I totally remember it too. It's so weird. And then what? And how did you start writing? I mean, how come you have 8 books? What do you have time?
Well, one year I wrote 2.
What, Mike?
Oh, this is the
Oh,
lie detector one.
Oh, Jared, yeah.
that's you.
Yeah.
To the doubters that he's a man of his word. Hank, you come to us today claiming that you absolutely did not use any illegal drugs while on probation. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely not. First of all, I want to prove it to like
Out of jail.
Find everything.
Yeah.
Hank.
like the first thing I could find to break it up, which is a flashlight. And while I was
They
kind of
actually
trying to
hired
break up the fight, the police came in and they kind of thought otherwise. So I was arrested
They
and
thought you were in the fight.
yeah, causing the fight.
Yeah.
Harmon Leon infiltrates back. Oh, this is on your site. Okay, that's what I was going to say. It would be odd that they put Harmon Leon infiltrates.
What was that like for you?
It's like, I've done my time and I'm trying to keep clean and be more spiritual.
What's the worst part about being in jail?
It's just like extremely boring, It's just like
Gives you a lot of time
You
to.
don't have headphones. No, it's not your fault. It's
Let's get you hooked up.
okay, let's do it.
the audience enjoying it.
So, Hank, you say you're a little bit nervous, but you came here today to prove to everyone that you did not violate your probation. You did not have any illegal drugs while on probation. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hank, the lie detector has determined
What is she saying?
that you are.
That
Oh,
you
that you-
are
Hank,
The truth.
telling the
you're telling the truth.
Wow.
Hey, I knew it because I was telling the truth.
You were telling
Yeah.
the truth. Hank,
Oh, that's classic. That's unbelievable. Oh, that's exciting. Actually, now I want to see that. Now I want to cut the show and just watch that.
Yeah.
I need to see that. That's good acting. How'd you learn to act like that?
So I have 2 ranges. I have over the top guy or psycho serious guy. That's my acting range. I could do
pretty good.
either one of the 2.
That's good. So you're limited, but still, those are pretty damn good, and it was really entertaining. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Well, on this show, we sometimes we like to look at the news stories or whatever. I mean, they're not really good news stories. And then we look at some slides and stuff. But here's a good one. This is there's a big controversy going on in Jeopardy this week.
Mhm.
I don't know if you heard about it. Mike, do you have the pictures? Yeah, this was the final Jeopardy question. The distance between its 2 legs at ground level is 630 feet, making it as wide as it is tall. And everybody got it wrong. They guessed, if you go to the next picture, they thought it was the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
2 people thought it was the Eiffel Tower. And the third person, if you go to the next one, thought it was Christ the Redeemer in, what is that, Brazil? Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah. Yep.
But the actual answer is the stupid St. Louis Gateway Arch. And everybody's it's hilarious when people are adamant about the final Jeopardy question.
Yeah.
It reminds me of something you would do to like just
be on
fuel
there,
the
be
fire.
angry and-
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid.
Because you know why? There's nothing else going on in the world.
Exactly right.
'Cause
Clearly,
you have to focus on this.
nothing else going on. Mike, oh, you know what, Mike? I think I forgot to send you that clip. That's right. If you go to the next picture, that I wanted to say, the Madonna fell on stage, and it was all the guy carrying the chair that ruined it. She's singing "Open Your Heart." And there's a clip of it, and it's hilarious.
Was that this week or?
Yeah, I think it was this week in maybe Japan, and it's really great. The guy was dragging the chair, and then she's just, I don't know, she's stupid. I mean, it's just
Was it an accident? Like the guy?
Oh, it was totally an accident. It was totally an
To
accident.
fall or
no, I think it was I mean, unless the guy hates her.
Yeah.
Maybe he's mad because the only reason I'm angry, I mean, well, first of all, I wouldn't mind if she just started acting her age a little bit. There's no harm in being 60 and singing your songs in a cohesive manner. Like, I mean, the trying desperately to be young is whatever. But I know her fans seem to like it. But do her fans like when she starts at 10:45 at night? You know, did you hear about her show starting at 10:45?
Well, yeah, I heard some people were suing her because it was like 2 hours late.
Right,
And we're really late for work, but is that
right.
lawsuit?
I mean,
really gonna hold out?
if you're a real fan, then you know it's starting at 10:45.
Yeah.
But still, it's a little rude
Well,
to do to people who are clearly older.
Mhm.
It's not Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
Is this it, Mike? Oh, look. She's singing Open Your Heart. And she's sitting in the chair seductively, of course, with the...
Well, she's having this dude run in those shoes.
Aye.
Yeah. He's
And,
pulling the chair.
He's pulling.
and-
So that's part of the gag is she's pulling the chair.
Yeah.
Or that night he decided to pull the chair.
Well, that's the question. Maybe he's just sick of Madonna. Like, why are you starting stuff so late?
Yeah.
On camera.
I
right
can't
there.
see my kids. You
Mhm.
fucking jerk off.
I got nothing. They're being filmed right here, so it's supposed to be like a shot for like the big screen.
Mhm.
Oh, that's why there was so much.
That's why she's being.
Oh, there it. Oh,
And then you can see her fall in two places. So.
I mean, she's a trooper. She continues to sing.
Oh, okay. Did she make a quip, like a James Bond-esque quip, like?
I don't know. This is actually better than I've seen. I didn't see it up close like this. This is even better. She did make a comment to this girl.
Oh, they're bringing in a new Madonna.
See, I mean, the crowd probably
They're
loved
bringing in
it.
the stunt Madonna.
And you got to respect it. She was definitely a trooper about it. It's just,
Yeah. She keep going, and
I'm just angry. At
even
the
though
late
it's like a
night
couple
start.
hours late before you.
I
Start.
remember seeing Guns N' Roses in the 90s, and we all knew they started at 11 o'clock. It
Yeah.
sucked, so we got there really late, but we knew, and we were young, and everybody was young, and they were young. Why a 60-year-old woman has to start at 11 o'clock at night? I just don't understand. Aren't there ways to be cool to start at 5:30? And people miss their trains going home and stuff like that.
Of
So, like, at least
course.
in Brooklyn, that's what
Well,
happened.
we do shows, and we don't. I feel bad if even when they have
Well, that's
like
why.
20 minutes.
But
or
now
something.
being older, I love that your show starts at 7. The owner of this place said, if you want, I can give you 11:30 Mondays, and you can have your own show here. And I'm like, 11:30 a.m. No, 11:30 p.m. 11:30. There's an 11:30 p.m. So the show would start. You're saying at 11:30.
He'd be done
p.m.
at 3 a.m.
It would be done by 2.
But it'd be your.
I mean,
yeah, but you'd fill it out.
I know it would probably work. I mean, he still could let me do it. I don't know whether I can handle that. I don't know if I could handle.
Nap.
I mean, I'd have to go home and nap first, and that's embarrassing. That's just embarrassing. I don't like it. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, you work from home.
Well, some days I don't. I don't know. So, I'm just reading some of the comments. Marcy, down to Dave, whatever. Wait, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I guess we were just going to show the slides, right?
I don't want to go to slides.
Yeah. So we have like the current event slides. For today, I have my glasses, so I can actually see what I wrote on. We start today. What is this woman's name? Foxy. What's her name?
Fanny Willis.
Yeah. What is the first name?
Fanny.
Fanny.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. No, it's something like that. Boy, I thought even my glasses I'd be able to see what I wrote. But yeah, that she's she's in Georgia, right? I think, and she's getting shit because she had a romantic relationship. Well, they're just giving her shit because
she's a woman, first of all.
Right, and she's trying to dick over Trump, I think, and now they're fighting back. And this
well,
is
it's just basically all they're trying to do is another stall tactic. So now they have to go sift through this in the courts, and it's just it's a stall, waste your time. Tactic.
That's because Marina Franklin was talking about it, and with Yamanika, and they were talking about it on her podcast, and I didn't know who it was, and they were really angry at me, which is hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't know who the new black woman everybody was talking about. Yamanika's like, Jessica, you white motherfucker. Like, it was really funny. You know Yamanika Saunders?
I don't know. No.
She's really funny, and her mom was there. It was a podcast we were doing, and her mom was there, and she keeps yelling at her mom. She's like, you believe this? Why he doesn't know? And it was her mom was off camera, so it's recorded. But she should just do that as a show.
her
yelling
mom
at her
off camera?
mom and her
Off
mom
camera.
yelling at her. Yeah, off camera. Yeah, it's really
Yeah, off
funny.
camera
yeah.
somehow has its charm.
What's the next one, Mike? Yeah, what is the next one? I can't remember. Oh, right. The next one is Donald Trump, who is on trial for
2 for 2.
everything. Right. And it's
civil
just
cases.
it's just funny that he's just in that cage.
That's a great photo,
Isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't seen the photo, but that's a great
It's
photo.
kind of
I
weird.
mean, that's a shape of things soon to come.
Well,
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
And then, but it's just weird that the president of the United States is in a situation like that where he's just roped off like that. It's just so weird.
Former president.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, he's still the president. Yeah, I mean, it's former president. I mean, I
Yeah,
still say,
yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Let's move on. Dude, the president. It's the president. Everybody now they want to dig. This guy, what's his name? Tom Swoozy or something like that.
Yeah.
So this guy just took George Santos' seat.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
So he was running against the next picture, which her name is Maisie Pillup or something like that. Now, I was all over her because she's interesting. I think she was an Israeli soldier.
Mm-hmm.
She was totally into, what's happening in Israel, and she wanted to put her stuff. So I'm like, oh, I like her.
Yeah.
But then I heard her talk, and I was like, ugh, there's no way. I mean, she has the worst speaking voice I've ever heard of in my life.
What?
Like, it's just
high, too low.
It's hard to explain. It's just like,
okay.
let me tell you something, people. Like, I can't.
She's doing an 80s wrestling promo?
Yeah. I don't know. It's the way I would talk, like Catalina talks. Yeah. You're in big trouble, mister. Yeah, it was bad. I saw her talk because I was like, I'm going to vote for. I mean, I couldn't vote in this particular election, but it was like, I'm going to vote for. I'm going to vote. And then it was just like, oh, forget it. I can't. I mean, it's just like she's not going to win. And it's a bummer, too, because, I think that it's military service and all that kind of stuff. And she was really going to make a difference. But
it sounds like she sounds like Mario Basco.
Yep, that's pretty much it. By the way, we were talking about him because me and Russ and went to dinner. You know Mario Basco?
No, I don't.
There's a guy you don't want on your show.
Right.
No, well,
he's a puppet who came to life.
Yeah, he's a puppet that came to life. That's the best way to describe him.
Yeah.
He looks like a puppet. Like, we could put him on my lap and it would look like a ventriloquist. He likes doing this bit.
Right.
But he's like also like he thinks he's a tough guy. So, but he's got a high pitched voice. He looks like he's 9, but he's 50.
Right.
And he's like, "Shut up, Juskow! I swear to God, I'm gonna come over there and fuck you up like you've never seen before." There is something delightful about him, and maybe he would be a good on your show, but he's only good for like 2 or 3 minutes.
There's a few performers like that. They're like, they go like monikers like angry so-and-so, and they really high energy, but then it's
They can't sustain it.
It's just, no, it's just that. Like a...
How long is a good storytelling moment? Like, what's
like
the best
average
time?
stories?
Yeah.
8 to 10 minutes.
8 to 10 minutes.
And again,
That's even long if you're not good at what you're doing.
Well, here's the thing is like, stand up, you got that validation of laugh.
Right.
That goes, all right.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
sometimes if they're not going for laughs and you have no validation of that, it's sometimes, and they're not doing the structure, is basically just talking.
Well, exactly. And that's why your
There's
story
like 10
was
minutes
so
of
good,
talking.
because it had laughs in between the whole way.
Yeah.
So that's why it was
I mean,
really
me
entertaining.
agreeing, like, my good
Yeah,
story.
no,
But
it was no, for real. Like, that's why the OJ story was so good, because it had laughs all the way through. I mean, nobody cared. I think we expected when as a storyteller that it's going to be silent until we get to the end or whatever the story was. I didn't know it was going to be funny. So, but it was funny throughout. And that's the best kind of storytelling. I mean, if you're at a comedy show.
Yeah. But again, I look at like storytelling, the comic storytelling is just long form stand up. Like 10 minutes on one topic.
But you don't need
like
laughs. You get it like
and,
almost like a pass.
Oh yeah, but there are people where you don't need laughs, and yeah, it's a pass. But yeah, but no, I'm just big on also just structure of stories, and
because
otherwise
it's hard. It's a hard thing to do.
Well, it's like either that's not a story, that's an incident. You're telling an incident. That's not a story.
Right.
Story, you could start in the middle and you come back at the end, and it ties something at the beginning, ties to the end. That's another thing. This happened to me today, and you're literally
it's just hard
talking what happened.
When you have comics on, like Liz, I know her really well.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she can tell it. So now I believe she can, because this is what she does. But because she's a comic, maybe she might be nervous when she doesn't get any laughs or something like that. Like sometimes when the comic goes, they don't.
Yeah.
Because they get panic.
Yeah.
If you're not going to get any laughs. Like
yeah, but then
in the
again, I
middle.
just had this friend of mine from Dublin. He was just on my show, and he's never done he's a stand-up, and he's a great stand-up. He's never done like a storytelling, and he just loved those. Like he did something he never did at a stand-up club, but love those moments where you don't have to get the laugh and you can just tell the story.
Yeah, no, I'm going to like
know?
that too. I don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's the next picture, Mike?
Next picture. Why, it's
Oh, sorry.
this.
We were talking. Oh, right. Of course, the Super Bowl. This is the last play in the stupid Super Bowl. What was that guy's name? I can't. What's his name? It says it on top, Mike. Guy won the. They won the.
Nicole Hardman.
Yeah, they. That's the last play. I mean, that's the one a walk-off touchdown, and then they won the Super Bowl. And even though it was kind of annoying and weird, not that I cared who won. I guess I just wanted more scoring. I lost my thing by half a point. Still makes me angry. Yeah. But I haven't seen that. It was reminiscent of the next one, which of course was the Patriots Seahawks last. Remember that interception, and the Seahawks didn't repeat. They should have repeat, but that last interception is. And meanwhile, even though I hate the Patriots and I didn't want them to win, that won me a lot of money because that saved my box score. So I ended up winning about $500 or $1,000 on that one. So that was good. But that's a last minute. Yeah, it was awesome because the numbers was like 2 and 8 or something. And if they had scored the touchdown, I would have been screwed. It was like I had horrible numbers that year in my box, and this worked out. And then of course this one's screwed. No, this one it was okay. I just didn't want the Steelers to win. Last minute touchdown, Santonio Holmes robbed the Arizona Cardinals and Kurt Warner of another touchdown. It still pisses me off, but I won that year because the Cardinals covered, so it was okay. But those are those 3 I remember right in my head. I just knew it off the top of my head. 3 last minute scores, and then you just walk off.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
Yep,
those are classic Super Bowls. What's the next one, Mike? I think it's probably. Oh yeah, remember? Did you see about this? That Travis
just became the meme all over the place.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a dick.
Yeah.
I was pretty angry. I mean, he's stupid because I don't think that's somebody Taylor Swift wants to be with.
Yeah.
That guy's got a temper. That's
I
not
think
good.
One is like, Cocoon wasn't my favorite movie. The Wilford Brimley lookalike comparison.
Right. No, I knew that.
It was
right
memeing
away.
all over for like a day or two.
Oh yeah, no, it's really bad. He apologized, but it's still not cool. And what is the next one? And then I think it's him making out with Taylor Swift. It's not right. Oh no. Oh, it's Usher. Oh, this halftime show sucked.
It depends.
What makes a good halftime show for you?
When you know all the songs, I only knew one.
Yeah, but he would yell it.
Oh God, I don't.
They're dressed as the bad guys from Dodgeball.
Yeah, what the? I mean,
yeah, they are.
When you're a guy and you go through clothing change, unless you're Elton John, it ain't right. That's why I thought The Weeknd was really good, and I knew a lot of his songs, but he was really good. I didn't like this, except for the fact that he was 46 and moving like a 20-year-old. I appreciate that. If you go to the next one,
I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it more being here at the Cellar, the way that they did it.
Because everybody was making fun.
No, they weren't making fun. Everyone was just dancing. We tried.
Oh, really?
Week, remember? It was this.
But if you go to the next one, this pissed me off. I never want to see. Oh, wait. Then I got them all mixed up. I don't know why I have them there. Fuck them. I'm just jealous. And what's the next one? She's so hot. Ludacris. Oh, yeah, Ludacris. Yeah, I hate Alicia Keys now. I'm done with her. I never want to see her anywhere anymore. I can't stand when she comes out. I'm like, oh, when she came out, I didn't know she was going to be on. I'm like, oh, my God, it's her again. Ironic that I said her again because I like her, which I think is the next picture. You know, the artist Her? Yeah, she's badass cool. I don't want to see Alicia Keys anymore. I'm done with her. First, this Alicia Keys. First, I'm done with her and her piano music. There's only one piano person, that's Billy Joel. And I'm done with her. All her songs kind of stink. And here's the worst part about her. She's telling all the people, don't wear makeup. Don't wear makeup. Of course she doesn't have to wear makeup. She's beautiful. That's a horrible thing to tell to women. You stink. But if she was here
and there's only one piano person, and that's Billy Joel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And she's, I'll tell you something. If she was here right now, I'm completely two-faced. I'm like, I really like you so much. I think you're terrific. But anyway, her is awesome. I love her. Plus, I also had money. I won some money because I knew he'd take his shirt off. So I won money on that.
Oh, nice.
But her is great. I saw her. I was at Chappelle's show in the, down with him when she was there, and she was really nice, and she's really talented, and she's really pretty too. She's very young. She's only like 26.
Oh wow!
I thought she was older for some reason. But she's look how cool she is. She plays the guitar. That's how you put on a show. Fucking piano, at least. Whatever. Let's move on. Sorry, I'm so angry.
Yeah.
Speaking of chicks,
wow,
this one's unbelievable. This girl, what's her name? Katie something. She is now, she's a phenomenon in college basketball in Iowa. Right. She just beat the all-time scoring record last week with a 3-pointer.
Sure.
And wherever women's basketball Iowa goes on the road, like they were at Rutgers the other day, it sells out because they want to see this woman play.
Very cool.
It's amazing for women's basketball, college women's basketball, because, nobody cares about the WNBA.
Right.
But maybe they will if she joins the WNBA. She could change everything.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'm saying that too. But but maybe.
And
I don't know. Somebody's got to change something, right? But it's cool, because now people are like into college women's basketball. It's just not a thing. You just don't care. And it's embarrassing when
you're
make
a woman who plays basketball.
I guess. You know any? I don't know any tall women like that. No, but when they have the men's Final Four, which everybody's into, including the women, no one cares about the women's Final Four. No one cares.
The Final Four does sell out.
The women's?
Yeah.
Maybe now it's getting better, but it's just like annoying.
Because they've had both in San Antonio, and they're both not equally as crazy, but it is sold out.
This year it's in Phoenix. So is that where the women will be too?
At some point. They usually trade off.
Whatever.
They make them do both. You get
boring. Unless they're hot. They're usually just okay.
Because we had to do comedy shows
oh boy.
That week.
It's not recording, is it?
And I'll tell you this. Women's Final Four fans are the worst comedy audiences in the world.
I believe that.
Just a bunch of angry
What have they
coaches
come
with
in?
their arms crossed.
Yeah, that's what he's saying in San Antonio last year. He lives in San Antonio halftime.
They had it.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And they come into the comedy clubs, or
there used to be a downtown comedy club right by where they were having the event, and people would come there when they weren't having the games, and it was rough.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's rough even when they're there for the men's Final Four. I mean, David Tellis told me
those audiences ruled.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or doing a road gig and the game's on, and then the promoter turns off the game. Okay, we got to start the comedy
I've had that
show.
back in the 80s.
Everyone's had that.
I had that, right. I had that all the time. Now I guess they still do it, right? I remember in Queens, they turned off a hockey game right in the middle.
Yeah.
Get ready to laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Okay, shut up. Stop.
Go to the next one, Mike. Oh, yeah. This is
hey,
that was a great photo.
This is Sumo Wrestler School. The guy on the left is a retired legend, apparently.
Are those guys really big, or are those other guys really small?
The other guys it's a school. It's a sumo wrestling school.
Oh, so those are like children.
Yeah, they're children trying to get that guy who's a legend in sumo wrestling out of the ring. But I guess is the word. I don't know how that skinny kid is ever going to become a sumo wrestler. And the other one, he's holding up by the ball.
3 years old.
Yeah, I know. Sumo wrestling is weird. Let's just put it.
Let's just say there's a lot of things about that sport that I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand either. But I think. What did I see? I think there's a James Bond one where he takes on a sumo wrestler, right?
Was it Odd Job? No, he wasn't a sumo wrestler.
No.
Yeah.
Now you're just being racist. Because no, I'm kidding. That's
Did he say a witty retort when he rendered the sumo wrestler useless?
I think it's the man with the golden gun.
Yeah,
right. And he's twisting the guy's testicles around. So that's how he gets out of it.
The man with the golden testicles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's the next one? This is that thing. Did you get those clips I told you about? The ones I put in the email, the Twitter ones.
Oh, let me. Yeah.
So this is actually called the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
Mhm.
And apparently it's like the only golf tournament where everybody gets shit-faced. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. And if Mike shows you the clips,
Mhm.
first they're going to show so this guy, what's his name? Randy. I can't think of his name. Anyway, this guy gets a hole in one.
Right.
And this is how the audience reacts. And then we'll show the hole in one. That's all beer.
Did they plan that, or that
No,
was
no.
spontaneously happened?
They are all surrounding the 16th hole. I don't know whether that's at every hole or whatever, but the guy just scored a hole in one, and the crowd went crazy. And then when we go back to the pictures, you'll see them on the ground. Now, if you go to the next one,
Mhm.
it's the guy getting the hole in one.
Yeah, because
and
you
then
wouldn't,
you'll
if
see
you
the
saw
whole
that, you wouldn't
spectacle.
think golf. You would think
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why this
Guns
is
N'
like
Roses reunion.
Yeah, exactly. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. What is the guy's name? I can't think of it. It's
Sam Ryder.
Ryder, but it's not Sam.
I'm just
Is it
sorry,
Sam?
names.
That's
Junior?
what it says on here.
Oh, Sam Ryder. Okay. Do you have the other one too?
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm just because it's fun watching him get the hole in one. You know get the helmet in 1977 when he hit that third home run.
Yeah.
I thought it was to make sure he didn't get mind controlled again.
For the Naked Gun. Nice. Yeah, no, people. I used to do it too. We all used to throw beer cans at the
And
players.
You were fine with that.
They mentioned it on. It was the 80s. That's you were
When did
allowed to
that
do it in the
stop?
70s.
When was the line? Maybe
I'm going
we
to say the
shouldn't?
90s.
Or
They
did
pretty
it sort of
much.
filter out, or there was
I
one
think somebody
season
finally
where,
got injured.
Yeah, someone punched the
like
horse.
what kind of injury? The kind of injury you would sustain when a beer can is thrown at you.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And they mentioned it on Seinfeld. He must have gotten a glimpse of us when we threw that beer on his head, right? And that was from a game in 1987. So with Keith Hernandez.
Oh wow.
So yeah, if you go to the picture that's up next,
Mhm.
you can see all the beer cans on the green. Yeah, see,
Wow.
they had to clean that up.
They did.
Yeah, they said they called it a rain delay. But
So they had to wait.
a beer, it was a
Continue.
beer. Yeah, it was
Okay,
a beer
gotcha.
rain delay. Well, the guy got a hole in one, and it was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And the fact that everybody was surrounded, that never happens in golf. Nobody's ever gathered around.
Stadium.
And yeah, exactly. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, for some reason, the Waste Management Phoenix Open. What
Yes,
the fuck?
exactly.
What is that? WM stands for Waste Management. I'm not kidding.
And the irony is all the beer cans.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
Not recycled.
ironic. What is the next one, Michael? Oh, that's Beyonce at Fashion Week and her mom.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen her mom?
I guess I haven't.
Yeah, me neither.
Mhm.
She's very pretty.
Mhm.
Hello, Aunt Judy. My Aunt Judy's here. Nice to see you. Her mom looks a little angry, but still, nobody ever threw a Jack Daniels bottle out. See, Aunt Judy knows her stuff.
Yep.
She's right about that.
Not a full one.
And then the next one, I think we got a couple of features from Fashion Week here. We like.
Oh,
to
I
do
like
that.
that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
We like to show the ridiculous. We just don't understand how people get paid top dollar for this.
Ridiculous.
Who's going
Kind
to
of
wear
awesome.
this? Right, but where do you wear this?
To,
At Fashion Week.
to your Nickelodeon pitch.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I guess it is. I mean, this is a good one for some of the ones we've seen. What's the next one? I think it's not as good. It's all right.
Eh.
Maleficent, maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
She certainly is pretty. But that's it's Fashion Week here in New York. It's always very exciting.
Mhm.
Have you ever been to Fashion Week? Like actually been to any of the shows?
No, but I used to work for like websites and go photograph like a couple of really cool parties.
Yeah, it's cool,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, of course it's cool.
Yeah, when what's the one fashion designer TV show? Project Runway.
Project
yeah,
Runway,
yeah.
right.
So I got
Heidi
to
Klum.
photograph the Project Runway party.
That's not Heidi Klum. Yeah, no, that's America's Next Top Model, right?
Yeah.
Or no, wait, is like Loki variant. Nice a week late. What's the next one? Oh, this is Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. I was getting
Yes,
confused.
that
I couldn't
Tuesday
see it.
was just
Yeah,
coming,
that was last week. I had one of those king cakes. I ate 2 babies.
Mhm.
It was awful.
Those are two separate sentences.
I well, I always
Two
swallow the
separate
baby by
thoughts.
accident. Like, what's the next one? Oh, this is
Lunar New
in the
Year.
Philippines, Lunar New Year, right? That's been going on too long. My friend got totally fucked in Chinatown last week because it's been going on like a month.
I missed
Okay.
all the stuff that they were
Yeah.
trying to take.
Yeah, well, apparently his dinner reservation got canceled because of this. Boy, was he angry. I'd never seen him like that before. It's a brand new restaurant and some sort of new fashion food, and they got really and forgot it was the Lunar New Year. How are you supposed to remember? I thought it was in January. How can it be this far into February? Anyway, get this. If you go to the next one, which I think is that's in Russia. Everybody's celebrating something. That Russia, they're celebrating Valentine's Day.
Yeah. With a gigantic balloon penis.
There's 50,000 balloons there. They're trying to, a giant balloon penis. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the Tucker Carlson kind of when he went to Russia and checked out their grocery store thing?
No.
It got replayed on the Daily Show, but it's just such a kind of like state propaganda piece. Like, look at their look at all the bread they have.
Oh, really? It was
we
stocked?
don't even have that.
Oh, I
much
was going to
bread.
say.
And it's Tucker Carlson and
probably set up.
Ugh.
What's the next one, Mike? Sorry.
Oh,
right.
cool.
So no, this is not cool. This is exactly the stuff Dave Juskow hates.
Mhm.
This is the Lunar New Year in London.
You hate
in
it so much.
Chinatown.
You'll speak about yourself in the third person.
Well, everybody
That's how much
knows
I hate it.
how this is the Lunar New Year at a Chinatown restaurant in London,
Yeah.
and one of the characters is bothering the people while they're eating. Yeah, she's taking it all out, but this would drive me nuts. Like it's right out of Simpsons, right there. you
Yeah.
know, like-
Okay, it's like the mime that follows
exactly.
you on the street.
Yes.
and makes fun of you while a crowd watches.
I mean, it's cute, but not while you're eating.
yeah.
What you can't hear is special rose for a special lady.
Yeah, special rose for a special
Wait,
lady.
What's
No,
that
she's
from?
just not worth
That's
it.
just those guys who sell roses at the restaurant trying to make you buy shit.
Oh, I thought you were doing Airplane again, where they're like Jerry's kids. Whatever. Oh God, it's so annoying. I swear to God, if somebody was recording me like this guy is for this girl, I'd be so angry. I'd be like, please go away. I'm trying to have dinner.
What if it was an accident? They were just doing their dance.
It wasn't an accident. They're doing it on purpose. This will drive. Meanwhile, the Chinese food in London's fantastic. It's better than it is here.
Oh yeah.
Shh, don't tell anybody I said that. Anonymous says, I want a YouTube show. Dave Juskow complains in restaurants. I mean, I should be doing a restaurant review show.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why I shouldn't be.
And
then-
what would the name of that show be?
Dave Juskow complains.
Oh, okay.
Old man yells at cloud.
I mean, it's just, there's old man yells at cloud. That's, I mean, that's just it. That it should, pretty much that's what my podcast of this is anyway. But I mean, just going to specific restaurants would be great.
Old man yells in crowds.
I hate parades and this kind of shit. What's the next one? Is it something I hate too? Oh, yeah. So this is Lifeguard Day in Argentina, right?
Mhm.
So, looks like fun, I guess, Lifeguard Day. But then you go to the next picture, right? Then you realize, what the fuck is this? It's all dudes. What the hell kind of shit is this? Lifeguard Day is all dudes? I mean,
Well, it's not a WNBA game.
they're all jacked. But if you go to the next picture, if it's Lifeguard Day, I want this. This is what I expect for Lifeguard Day. Lifeguard Day. Are you fucking kidding me? All dudes? That's like the worst thing ever.
Except if you're drowning.
And then speaking of which, if you go, well, right. No, for drowning, I do not want a girl. I want a dude. I want those. Excellent point, Harmon. That's excellent point. If I'm drowning, I don't want a girl to rescue me. I'm sorry. I'm saying that out loud. I'm saying to you, Mr. and Mrs. Front Porch, I want a dude to rescue me. Yeah, that's right. Completely, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's right. So this is like 1 billion women in the Philippines, like that's what it's called, and they're standing up. So this is what I'd like to be in, like just being a man, and this would be fun. There's a couple guys in there. They're very smart.
And what's the gathering?
That's what you want to be seen in. I don't know, women's rights.
Oh, okay.
Something ridiculous.
1 billion rising from the Philippines.
Whatever. No, it's just funny. Usually, I'm okay, but I'm going off today because I don't know why. I'm having a good time between the WNBA and the lifeguards. Come on, women. Are you kidding? What's the next one? I'm sorry you're on the show. He does not feel this way.
We're not.
Anonymous always puts up the
Audio's
views.
not
Oh, there she put it up. The
recording
views
anymore,
of Dave Juskow do not represent the views of this chat or my guests. This is just me. Just me. Not even Mike.
Pretty funny, actually.
They're, I hate that. Oh God, what is this? Hooters? What is this?
This is Battle of the Orange.
Oh my God! In Italy, they got this is what this is all the people doing. What's going on? You were just talking about this before. What's going on in the world? There's so much shit going down, and these people are pelting everyone with oranges. It's a fun festival they do every year in Italy. It goes back to the 12th century, where this woman was supposed to sleep with a king, and she cut off his head and paraded it around, and then everybody rebelled.
And they threw oranges at?
Well, no, now they changed it to oranges. Maybe it's supposed to represent a head. I don't know. If you go to the next one, it's just like that's all they do is they just pelt people, and some of them are dressed up as the people, and then the other people.
Yeah, there's like in Europe they have a lot of food pelting holidays.
Yeah, there's a lot of people starving, and there's a lot of trouble going on in the world. We don't need any.
There's people on Jeopardy not knowing what's tall and long.
That Jeopardy thing is happening, and these people don't seem to give a shit.
We got Jeopardy to worry about. Come on,
nice callback.
Put your oranges away.
I just hate anything that takes place outdoors that ruins why I might not be able to take my car out of the garage, or me going from point A to point B,
or being pelted with fruit.
I don't have time for this nonsense. What's the next one, Mike? Oh, this is a celebration. Where is it a celebration, Mike? In Venezuela, and it's and they're throwing what they're like. This is just a celebration where they throw water. Look at that filthy how that garbage can is. I don't know if that water is sanitary or not. This is the fun people are having. This is not fun. This is not right.
But I thought it was Gatorade. Like
it's not Gatorade. No, exactly. See, that would be fun if you want something. That's different.
Fun.
This you're just
Choose
walking
your
down the street. This is the parade. This is the celebration. Oh, we throw water on people. We pelt oranges on people. What the fuck is the matter with you people? I mean, I hate parades. So maybe in a way, this is better than the parades because the parades are really boring. So maybe in a way, this is better, but it's just fucking stupid. There's got to be a way we can have a combination of these hijinks, but good, clean hijinks.
Yeah, and
maybe you're the one to do it.
To be the minister of hijinks would be my title.
It's not a horrible plan.
MOH.
Yeah,
Minister of Hijinks.
Anonymous just put, you hate parades? She knows damn well.
Where's the dragon?
Look how I got to relax. All right, what's the next one?
Billy Joel's the only piano man.
To be fair, the water does look pretty clean.
It does look clean, but that bucket looks so dirty. That's why
Why does that bucket just look
Venezuela is
or dirtier than
country,
any other bucket?
Yeah.
What's the next one? Do I have another picture? Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a Blues Brothers.
There, that's a mime.
No, it's Pancake fucking Day.
Oh, yeah, in the UK.
You know about it?
I do.
What is this necessary for?
Who's this for?
How do you know about this?
I have a thing called the internet and Twitter. But a friend of mine was on a commercial for pancakes and he posted like it's Pancake Day and then showed in the UK.
But it's like a pancake race.
Yeah. I
to do what?
Okay,
with the pancakes?
So
that's how they get their mayor, Dave.
Yeah. If you have a day called Pancake Day, you got to plan for a bunch of events. Otherwise, you're just eating a pancake.
What is happening? I know, Anonymous is like, now I want pancakes.
Yeah.
I feel similar. Can you imagine just getting like when I want pancakes is I want like a flat pancake, but a lot of pancakes. There's this restaurant I go to, this diner.
That's like
they make too many fluffy pancakes. I'd prefer a bunch of crepes.
Yeah,
that sounds delicious. There's a Russian restaurant on 52nd I went to that made nice crepes.
Thin crepe. Yeah,
that was nice. What does Marcy say? I'd be very interested to see what Dave's BPM is at certain time. Oh, that's a good point. You will, Anonymous? What's the next one? Oh, yeah, this is what is this? An opera? Now this is fine.
I don't know. Oh, see, when you're interjecting, I know. Is this like a?
Is this going to piss me off? No. See, this is a very well organized opera. You know,
all right. So I was wondering. Oh, wait, you got this.
These are some well mannered.
Okay, what direction? What avenue is it going to go?
I know.
Loves it, hates it. Which one?
Fun.
Oh, you love it. Okay, that's good.
This seems like a very well mannered, well planned out. You know. This is what I can handle. This is like me saying, I only listen to classical music.
Okay.
I had a neighbor that did that. I only listen to classical music.
Yeah.
When we were trying to just listen to the Beatles. What's the next one, Mike?
Let's see.
Mike,
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's this horrible woman that has a wild boar for a pet that she
Mhm.
found in the jungle that was alone. Of course he was alone. It's like she took him in. Now he looks adorable, but we all know that wild boars, they're called wild boars
Yeah.
because they're insane. Because remember what happened if you go to the next one, Mike, is that
no.
Mason Virgil tried to use them to kill the next picture, which is Hannibal Lecter. You remember in the movie
Well,
Hannibal?
that's always
That's how he
in the
wanted to
horror
kill.
movies. They like the wild pigs.
But
are
he
gonna eat it.
raised the wild boars to kill. He was so angry at Hannibal Lecter, he was raising
Was
the
that
wild boar.
Manhunter? Was that
No. This is called Hannibal.
Oh,
it's the
okay.
sequel
Oh,
to Silence of the Lambs.
yeah, I'm thinking of
Manhunter
the
is the prequel,
Okay,
and then
sorry.
they made a
Oh.
third prequel that
Oh, yeah.
was Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
You're right, the
Yeah.
Red Dragon.
Yeah.
So there's 4 of them.
Okay.
But Manhunter is by Michael Mann. That's an excellent film early on.
With who's in it?
The
Brian
guy-
Cox.
Brian Cox is in it?
Yeah.
Who's the lead guy? The guy who was on CSI.
Um.
I can't think of it.
Yeah.
The Hannibal Lecter is weird.
Mhm.
The guy, I think he's from General Hospital, so it's kind of weird.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's in the sequel, which is
Mhm.
excellent. I've seen more than Silence of the Lambs.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah. I don't
Is
think
it
I've ever
Ridley? David Fitch? I think it's Ridley Scott.
Okay.
It's such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's so underrated.
And
Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta's in it. Gary Oldman.
that one with Anthony Hopkins is still in it.
Yeah.
And he eats his brain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's stupid.
fun.
It's
He's-
not
he's
Silence of the
great.
Lamb, which was
Yeah.
very it was fun. and there's he's raising the wild boars. He's like, I want to kill him in a certain way, and it's super fun.
Yeah, because he's a crazy psycho guy.
Anthony Hopkins
Yeah.
Hannibal made him like the way he
Yeah.
is with that gross because
Oh,
he
wow.
made it, but he didn't do it. He's so smart. He gave him a popper and then he cut off his own flesh, like he did it to himself.
Yeah.
So it's a great story. He goes, at the time, it seemed like a good idea. It's really, I love this movie. What's the next one, Michael? Oh yeah, we like these pictures. This is a diver in Qatar,
Mhm.
which is these pictures are amazing when you're diving and it doesn't look like there's another diving board or
Yeah.
that's the thing I like in the Olympics. I wish they would actually have the diving thing outside like this,
Right.
because it's so entertaining. But I do like watching the divers. That's why I like
Mhm.
our favorite movie is Back to School, the Triple Lindy. I don't know if you know about that, but anyway, go on, please. That's Central Park last week.
Really?
Yep.
When it snowed for 15 minutes.
Yep. Yeah. Isn't that nice? That's a very pleasant snow.
Well, it's just a sight we'd never see in New York anymore. And New
Anymore. It's
Yorkers
been
are
2 years.
And everyone's getting phone. Oh, your phone alert!
Yeah.
There's gonna be some snow.
It was
And
exciting.
like-
Saturday too. Same
when
thing.
I first moved here, it was like always snow.
When did you move here?
Like 10 years ago. Kind of
Yeah, I
like
guess
when
you're right.
in between when it's like we still have some snow before now we don't get snow
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, maybe it's just like I've always said, it goes. There's weather patterns.
Yeah.
So what's the next one, Mike?
Whoa.
I think we're coming up. This is
Hey, one of my books.
Harmon's book out of 1 out of 8.
That was
So you
number
got to work
6.
for National Lampoon.
I did.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's the the greatest thing you can do is when you're funny, is to do something for National Lampoon. Did they ask you to do this? Or
Yeah.
did you come to them?
No, they asked me to do it. And premise of this book is they gave me a budget and I had to plot out what would be the worst places in America to visit and then go visit them.
That's brilliant. Let me tell you something, Harmon. I want to hear more about that in a second.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. This is amazing. This is how John Hughes became famous.
Yeah.
His Vacation 58,
Yeah.
which was in National Lampoon, became the movie Vacation.
Yep.
And then his Christmas 57 or whatever,
Mhm.
59, became Christmas Vacation. And that's how he started his unbelievable, trajectory into amazing movie folklore,
Mhm.
all from a road trip in National Lampoon
Yes.
magazine. This is
Well,
really impressive.
yeah.
You were up there with the greats.
Yeah, I mean, I think
And
that
what a
was-
great concept.
Yeah, that was the reason they brought it out because I think it was like this was like 2007, 8, and it was like the anniversary of the Vacation movie.
Oh,
So it kind of tied into it.
so just give us 2 places that you went to.
So a lot of surprisingly, a lot of places in the South.
I believe you.
Yeah.
You know where Mike lives? San
Texas,
Antonio?
I think.
don't know. I'm mocking him.
Originally.
Oh yeah, just things where like cockfighting's legal,
and you went to all these places. Did you take pictures?
Yeah,
Is the
I
book
also
full of
filmed
pictures
video.
as well?
There's photos in it, but I also shot video that at the time was on the National Lampoon website.
Oh,
So I
great.
make produce little travel videos to go along with it.
That's great. How many places did you end up going?
So I started in San Francisco and I ended up in Florida, and just little places in the hometown of the Ku Klux Klan. Let's go visit there. Where they have their headquarters in. I think it was like
Right, 'cause it said-
Harrisburg, Harrison.
If you put up the
Arkansas,
book again, what's
like Branson, Missouri. Oh, I went wild boar hunting with rednecks in the Everglades.
Wow. Wait, what's the
Swamp
tagline,
buggy.
Mike? That all the places your dad never stopped at. Great.
Yeah.
That says it all right there.
Yeah. I haven't thought about that book in a while, but yeah, just horrible place after.
I love it.
No.
That sounds like a
redeeming
very
quality.
entertaining book.
So it was just like when I was researching, it's just like this place can't have a redeeming quality to it, and I must go visit it. Like
awesome.
the Mormon town where they're isolated in Warren Jeff's hometown in Utah.
Right, with the
where
magic
everyone has,
panties
like
and
20
stuff.
wives.
Right.
Yeah.
You went there
Yeah.
looking like this?
Yeah, well, we have this guy's. I mean, if you look there on the cover, that's kind of the look I adopted. I just kind of tied my hair up and then.
Oh,
put
okay.
it
I
all
was
under
going
a
to say,
hat.
you got to change
Yeah,
your look.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
So-
for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it's just really polluted, like kind of environmentally the worst place in America, or hometown of the Klan, or it's like the 20 wives to one guy place, or dangerous, or
And what's
just one right after the other.
No, that sounds awesome. And then what the next? Were you going backwards? What the hell's going on?
Click on the window and it went all the way back.
Oh my God! No, and then is this the next one? Is that your latest one?
Mhm.
This is your latest book.
Yeah, so
Tribe
that one is basically infiltrating subcultures, and again, like a lot of the other books, posing as one of them.
what does that mean?
Well, you go and you infiltrate, and it's like, hey, we got the new recruit guy.
Well, what's the subculture? I'm so sorry.
Like
an example.
like say extremist groups and,
Oh, I see.
and things
Okay.
like that. But it also ranged from like dark ones like that, or furries,
Oh, right,
things like
yeah,
that.
right.
So
I've heard of that.
and all that stuff in between. Things like say the Christian Wrestling Federation, where they body slam for Jesus, which is one of my favorites. And again, that's like one of my stories when I tell on stage is about Christian Wrestling Federation.
Did you get a budget for this one too, or you just did it on your own?
No, I had a budget for that one.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. But again, I used to be a journalist for Vice. So
Oh, really?
I was a journalist for Vice for 4 years, and so then it's like a lot of it's just like collections of stories from like my Vice days. So
Oh, wow, that's
yeah.
great. Well, that's exciting. I like you really are exactly what you said, an immersive journalist.
Yeah.
Putting yourself out there. Like what was that? George Plimpton that used to do that?
Yeah.
The guy that played for the Detroit Lions? Is that him? Paper Lion. Yeah, right.
He did a bunch of those that were great. Like
But he wasn't infiltrating. He was just seeing what it was like. But it is immersive.
Where he
right?
also, I forgot what hockey team, but he was like a goalie for a hockey team.
Right.
So
yeah, that's always fascinating. That's always fun when a
again,
journalist wants to do something like that, and you don't see that anymore.
yeah,
That's old school.
Well, it's
You should be more well known.
yeah. Thank you. Could you work that out?
I'm gonna try.
But no, it's not. Everyone's just like, instead of doing it, they'll just do it on TikTok. And it'll be like 10 seconds.
No. This is better because it's more thought out. It's more planned. 10 seconds that you really, you're undercover.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah. But
It's
also
just
like, I like the sports ones, like George Plimpton's. Like,
Isn't that
I've done a
fascinating?
bunch of training with like sports teams.
You have?
Yeah, like I trained with a roller derby team. Stuff like
I used to announce a roller derby.
Oh wow, very
in Jersey, the Dirty Jersey roller derby.
Yeah. Wait, was it co-ed or
No,
women?
just women.
Yeah.
Co-ed. This guy.
No, but this is in the Bay Area. It was like co-ed, but yeah.
No,
It was
what did I just say? I'm not going to go with a bunch of guys roller skate. Wait, you don't seem to get it. Everybody knows I'm gay, so I'm just playing. No, I come off that way, but then I try and make up for it. I'm like, no, I just want girls. But no. Yeah, that's but it was I guess I don't think I'd want to play with them. I just maybe I would. That is kind of cool.
The roller derby?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Get
And there's a
blisters
lot
on
of
your
people
feet at
even
first.
seems age doesn't even make a difference. They got a lot of older people and younger people, and this was a flat track. Did you use that one that's
No, it was
whatever
a
the
bank
other one?
track.
Oh, that's now that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's when you're going up on the side and everything.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, they was just a flat track. Man, I picked the wrong roller derby.
And you were the announcer for it?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
for
that's a good gig.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
It was really
That's
fun.
fun.
And then they kept getting angry that
What?
I was saying the wrong things.
Yeah.
I don't know. And why'd you hire me? What do you think's going to happen here? But I liked going into the crowd after a halftime and just interviewing the
working
kids.
the crowd
you're not really having a good time, are you? They're like, no, come on, don't do that. No, but they were all really great girls, and it was really fun. I think there's probably some video of it somewhere.
Before we close out with the plugs, just this happened today.
Oh God, that's meat.
Yeah, but he's also in the
from
Wonder.
Porky's.
He was.
Oh, good riddance. Jesus Christ. I swear to God, Porky's.
You never saw The Wanderer?
No, I never did.
That movie's great.
No, I feel bad, but Porky's. I talk about this in my class all the time. And the kids.
Porky's?
Yeah. And the kids are like, should we see it? No, I'm trying to explain to you why everything was ruined in the 80s because of Porky's.
Like what? Like, because I lately befriended this actor who was.
This just in. David's glad someone's dead.
Is it Dan Monahan from Porky's?
Oh, no. Revenge of the Nerds. He played the child genius in Revenge of the Nerds.
You're friends with Wormser?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he's done Tail.
Can he come to do this show?
Yeah, he just came to my show on Thursday.
Mike,
yeah.
Wouldn't that be unbelievable?
That'd be great.
Oh, he's a great guy.
He is?
Yeah. But
did he grow up fairly normal?
Yeah, I mean, as normal as people are.
Does he look okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, he's a really.
That's
great
what
guy.
you want to hear.
Yeah. But again,
he was also in Revenge of the Nerds 2. Did he make it to 3?
I don't think he made it to 3.
He didn't care. He just he left the business, right?
In
fact, didn't he actually go into computers?
No, he went to NYU and then was working behind the scenes in film. So yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I like to hear that. That's good.
Yeah, really nice guy. But again, movies that have ruined it, that don't date well.
Oh, here's the man with the golden gun. Here's exactly. Oh, thank you, Mike. You're the best. Look, he's gonna. Right. He thought they were statues, but it turns out they're not. Yeah. And then they're gonna really let him have it.
Roger Moore is like
he came in there as
he's always in a white tuxedo.
He came in there as Scaramanga, but they didn't fall for it for a minute. See, now he's getting squeezed, and then he goes and he's trying. He's like, "This is ridiculous." He's like, "Oh." But then, and when you're a kid and you're 13, this is the greatest thing. You're like, how he's not going to be able to get out of this.
Real quick, without sound, let's watch this part again.
You think it's a little gay? Well, that's the thing. You don't need sound for this, and it's probably. But then when you're like, yeah, I told you. And then he thinks, and then he twists it. Oh. And again, when you're a little boy, it's the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah. I just wanted to know
he's never going to be able to get out of this one.
Someone hit him with a
tattoo. From, Fantasy Island.
Yeah. Hervé
and I love the way he dances around now. He's dancing now.
What's his name again?
Hervé
Villechaize.
No. There he is dancing.
Knick-knack.
Oh, after this,
I want to see
lunch,
Knick-knack
is
the
prepared
funny
for us.
line when Bond defeats the sumo wrestler. I'm sure he had a funny line, one.
No, because he got knocked out. He didn't get to have one.
He didn't do the funny line?
No, but when he first goes there in the daytime, there's a girl in the pool named Chumi. She goes, "Come in, the water's good." "Oh, I'd love to, but Chumi, I'd love to." So I remember her name was Chumi. I mean,
and they go, "Okay, Pussy Galore worked. Now let's just kind of." Play
they just went for it all. I think those might be actually in the book.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Like this guy Ian Fleming was he was a mess.
Yeah,
he just had no.
He was part of Operation Mincemeat.
Didn't really care for women very much. And this is again your show.
Yes, thank you.
This is the plugs. As you can see, this is this Friday at 7. You can go to this site and get tickets if it's not already sold out. The Red Room. Who does it say is on it, Mike? Can you read it or? Can you? Well, but just again, I know Liz Maley was on it. That's the one I recognized.
DC Benny, who's not listed, but he just messaged me today.
Who is Harmon? I'm hilarious. I can't believe they give me a show.
Vernon Kane, Liz Meal, Adam.
Vernon Wells from Weird Science and Mad Max 2 and Commando. Why do I know all that?
Why?
I don't know.
No.
Vernon Wells.
Oh.
He's in Weird Science and all the ones I mentioned.
Yeah, one of the first computer movies.
Oh, really?
Wasn't it?
Oh, one of the first computer. I thought you said one of your first computer movies.
No. Just,
oh, that's for sure. Well, after War Games, yeah. Anyway, I think that's that for the slides. So, yeah. So we have your show on Friday. Is there something else? Your book, which you can
I
find
have another
on Amazon.
show on March 8th, 7 p.m.
March 8th is a Thursday.
It's a Friday.
No, it's not.
And it's March 9th.
All right.
That Friday. Oh, shit. I've been telling you. Yeah.
I don't know why I know. I know because the 7th is a Wednesday and I'm going out to Mafia dinner that night. I know that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
Mafia doing?
Exactly. I'll tell you all that next week. Or it's apparently maybe I'm wrong. Now that I think about it, maybe the 6th is a Wednesday because we're here on the 5th, right?
Yes, that's the.
No, the 7th. Oh, you said the 8th.
Yeah, the 8th. Yeah. So that
So I'm
one-
wrong then. March
yeah.
6th is the day I'm going to the Mafia dinner.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
7th is a Thursday. I apologize.
Yeah.
You would have the wire on the wrong day.
How do you like that? Shut up. What's the matter with you? All right. So wait, what's that show?
Oh, that's AI versus human roast battle.
Oh, I've seen you have that a lot.
Yeah. So that's a human comedian takes on a machine learning
That's
AI
brilliant.
in a comedy and dystopian roast battle of tomorrow.
Where do you have that?
The Pit, People's Improv.
Oh, I love that place. I mean, I don't love it, but I love that theater.
Logistically,
So
the
nice.
theater is logistically great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that's a good hangout place.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised they don't do more events that you hear about there. It's like because it's so underground because the people there are horrible because it's the improv, which is awful. But it's such a beautiful place. When that guy rebuilt it, God, it's so lucky. I would love to have a nice, clean place like that to work.
Yeah, like when the logistics are really nice.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
such a pleasant treat.
But again, you have your books,
Mm-hmm.
and is there anything else?
Like podcast, Comedy
Right.
History 101.
Where can you find that? Everywhere.
Yeah, on Apple Podcast.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Mike, you're next week? You're back in Texas, right?
Yes, I am back next week. I will be in San Antonio on the 29th at Laugh Out Loud with Dan Soder.
Nice. How did the last Dan Soder show go? I heard it wasn't
That was
very
the
well.
one that got canceled because he got COVID.
Oh, I was just kidding.
This is the makeup
Perfect.
show.
So I did. Okay, so this is the makeup show.
Mhm.
And then you'll be back here for March 5th for our Oscar show. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. Everybody's looking forward to that. And for me, I don't have any comedy shows going on, but of course we have the Billy Joel podcast. We have Glass Houses, part 2. Nobody cares. And I will be on Stupid Pet Tricks, as you all know. Next week, there should be another classic Dave Juskow pretending to be a dog or a bunny rabbit on TBS Monday nights at 9:00. Stupid Pet Tricks. Don't forget to watch.
Oh, wow.
Other than that, next week we will be virtual while Mike is away. And again, we will come back right here in the studio on March 5th for the Oscar show. Please, Harmon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having
You
me.
are a fascinating guy,
Thank
just
you.
as I suspected when I first met you. Although, because
No, you had your doubts when.
well, I see somebody that looks like you, I panic. I don't have a lot of friends that have the crazy hair and stuff.
We had the ferry building drink.
Exactly, but it's funny because like my mother would tell you, it's like one time my friend Evan, who is now one of my best friends,
Yeah.
when he was in college, he used to have the spiked up hair and stuff, and I brought him home once, and my mother was like, "What the hell is that?" Because I didn't have any friends like that. So I still get confused. I'm like, I don't know if this guy and I, we could become friends, but then we became very fast friends, very simply and easily. And thank you for walking me home that night on those terrifying, scary steps. I'm so glad I didn't have to walk alone.
Oh, the steps in Weehawken.
Yeah. Oh my God, those were terrifying.
Yeah,
but that's another fun reason to go to go to the bar. Then you get fucked up, and then at nighttime you try and walk those steps. That is a fun time. It's terrifying there.
Yeah.
Anyway, other than that, don't forget the Comedy Cellar. They got 9 shows a night. every night we are here, you can always see the biggest quality show you've ever seen. You never know who's going to stop by the Comedy Cellar. We'll see you next week on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.